This end game. Oh boy, I hope I didn't mess this up here. YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team has a Xurkitree that got 1800 in the April International Challenge. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And if you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, links in the description down below, and you can grab the rental code as this video is being recorded live. The rental code still works, so make sure you try it out while you can. But let's get started and play some games. Dialga, Whimsicott, Zacian, Rillaboom, Incineroar, and the Urshifu. Okay, this is an interesting matchup for sure. Do I even want to bring Xurkitree? It's a steel resist, but the thing is, Dialga is not exactly an easy Pokemon for his team to deal with at all. Like double steel, this is a nightmare for me. Oh boy, I don't know if that has Hailstorm either. If it has Hailstorm, this is a very concerning position. What do I want to go? Do I want to go with the Grimmsnarl? I mean, well, the thing is they have Whimsicott, which actually makes this weird too, because they have Hailstorm on the Dialga. That's actually so scary. Oh boy, this is not looking that great for me here. I'm gonna lead my Grimmsnarl plus Incineroar here, and I guess I'm gonna see what they're gonna decide to go with. Zacian in the back, and then here I was just not good against double steel. It really is not, so I'm not bringing it. Landorus, maybe. I think Xurkitree's fine though, because I'm like trying to figure out a max Pokemon, and I think like I prefer Xurkitree here better, just because I feel like I'm gonna be playing super defensive against the Dialga the entire time, and if I could focus around like slowing down the Dialga and like targeting everything around it, I think Xurkitree's better because Xurkitree can snowball faster here. We'll see if that's going to be the case though, because that Dialga is going to be such a pain to deal with. But well, let's find out. Whimsicott Dialga? Yep, that's pretty much what we expect here. If it's fake tears on the Whimsicott, it's really bad here too. We're going to lead Grimmsnarl and Incineroar, pretty much your standard lead here, and we are going to go for that Light Screen parting shot. We're probably going to trade a Pokemon right here. Probably going to be our Grimmsnarl, but I wouldn't be surprised if they target the Incineroar. But if they target the Incineroar, at least I survive here. We are going to go for that light screen here, and we are going to go for that parting shot into the Dialga right here. Let's see. I don't think we're living an attack right here from their side. They could do a few plays that the Dialga is protect. They could go for protect and maybe like bring out the Urshifu. They could go for like a Moonblast straight away. They could go for a helping hand right here. Thankfully, no fake tears can be an option this turn because I do have Pokemon that are immune to the prankster moves. We are going to see that Dynamax come out from the Dialga turn one. Yep, this is where it's going to begin. Are we going to be able to play around the Dialga, or are we just going to just lose Pokemon really quickly and not be able to recover? Dialga Dynamax is going to come out right here. Don't really have a big counterplay here, unless maybe I want to switch out the... Okay, they went for the helping hand right here. All right, so I'm going to get knocked out no matter what here. Unless they target the Incineroar, maybe I have a shot with this light screen up. We'll find out. But if this is Steel Spike, I definitely go down here. Yep, it is Steel Spike. Okay. All right, Steel Spike here into the Grimmsnarl is going to pick up a knockout. Man, actually, something I would have really liked here. And I mean, something okay. Not too bad, I suppose. I guess I Dynamax my Xurkitree now. Dynamax Xurkitree is probably the way to go here. Parting shot into the Dialga, -1 special attack. We have a light screen around. Okay, this is pretty big. We can now go out into our big Xurkitree here. I think I could go Zacian, but the thing is Zacian is just like in range of like helping hand Max Quake, and I just don't well, actually with light screen that'd be close actually, but I don't want Zacian taking too much damage. I do think it's a win con. I'd rather just go back into Incineroar, parting shot to Dialga once again. Max Strike here to slow down the Dialga so it is in range, like vulnerable to the Sacred Sword here upcoming. I think that's better, so I might as well just aim for that. All right, another Intimidate, which doesn't matter here, but we will go for the parting shot into the Dialga. We're gonna go for a Hyper Beam into the Whimsicott here. I might actually go for the Max Starfall the last turn. I'm not sure yet, because Max Starfall on the last turn, well, I don't think it changes anything here. No, it would not change anything here actually. I was like going for Starfall to weaken the power of Roar Time if they want to slow down my Zacian, but that doesn't really help me too much here. Yeah, I might as well just Dynamax Xurkitree here. Let's see what's going to be the case here. Are they going to target down the Xurkitree, or are they going to target the Incineroar? This is probably a helping hand max move regardless. If they go for Tailwind, it works out better for me, but let's see. It should be probably go for that Tailwind. or helping hand, yeah. All right, helping hand does come out from the Whimsicott and the Dialga once again. We are faster than the Dialga and get the max strike off into the Whimsicott right here, which is massive damage actually. That's really good damage. Okay. Could have went for fake out. Doesn't really help me here. A parting shot gives me better momentum, so yeah. Gonna be that eject button. Okay, good thing it wasn't switch a route because if they switched a route, oh boy, that could have been bad. But okay, that works out well for me. All right, unless it's Incineroar, that's perfectly fine. That coming in. Okay, I get my Zacian in. All right, that's a really good trade-off here. Okay, I'll take that. I want to set up Electric Terrain, or do I want to set up Max Strike again? Probably just Electric Terrain, because Hyper Beam doesn't benefit me the upcoming turn. We are faster than the Dialga with Hyper Beam. Max Strike. That's a slow Dialga, isn't it? How fast is my Incin? Oh, my Incin's actually faster than I thought. Okay. If they went into Incin instead of Zacian, I'm assuming they're turning out my Xurkitree then with Max Quake. Alright. We bring out the Zacian here. I don't know if I want to go for a Sacred Sword yet. Oh! That's really good. That's really good. Okay, that's really good that they went for that. Okay, cool. I could go for a... I want to go for Max Lightning here, I think, in the Incin. I kind of want a Sacred Sword double up here, too. I don't know if they would go for the fake out here. I don't really care if they go for fake out, though, right? I don't think I do. Because, like, Max Quake's not KOing me through Light Screen and the -2 on the Dialga, so I might as well go for it. Then I can focus down the Dialga the following couple turns. Yeah, I don't think it'd be too bad. I'm more worried about Parting Shot going down in Xurkitree and reducing my damage output so I can handle the Zacian better. So, yeah, let's go for it. I also could get the Beast Boost here. We're going to see Fake Out, though. It's going to target the Zacian. Okay, that's fair. This could be dragging into the Xurkitree to lower my attack boost, or yeah, to lower my attack right here. We'll find out. Electric Terrain is going to be on the battlefield right here. Going to be pretty solid for the rest of the game. Let's see what they decide to go for with the Dialga. It's going to be that Max Dragon into the Xurkitree. Perfect. Okay. Does nothing with that Light Screen and the -2 special attack. Okay, this is a pretty good position because Thunderbolt and Electric Terrain pretty much always just like pins the Incineroar slot, so its damage output is pretty low here, and I pretty much always just get a free Sacred Sword into the Dialga, which KOs the Whimsicott at this range, or just does a lot to the Dialga right here. We know it's not policy, so that's not something I have to worry about right here. So let's go for a Max Lightning KO into the Incineroar slot and Sacred Sword. I don't know if they're going to sack Whimsicott or if they're going to sack the Incineroar. They are going to sack the Incineroar. Okay, perfect. So I do get a Sacred Sword off. Huge damage into Dialga. Very appreciated here. And we do get a Max Lightning off into the Incineroar, which is going to give us a Beast Boost right here. So this is looking pretty good for Xurkitree. Xurkitree looking pretty good here. I am really liking the Xurkitree right here. Beast Boost +1 special attack on the Xurkitree is set up right here. Good. As I said before, I think that Xurkitree had better snowballing potential. Yes, Landers could have came out, but we never saw this was actually Hailstorm on the Dialga, and a Hailstorm would have just like nuked me. Even Light Screen, it's too much of a risk right there, I feel like. So yeah, this is a really good spot right here. Is this Zacian in Zacian? Yeah, Zacian comes out. Okay. Okay, perfect. This is an Incineroar switch for me easily. Yeah, this is an Incineroar switch for me easily. Do I Thunderbolt here or not is my question. I could. I mean, yeah, I definitely go Incineroar here. I feel like my play is just always the Dazzling Gleam gets him chip. I really want a Thunderbolt though. I mean, I don't think they knock out Xurkitree unless they're play rough, but yeah, you know what? I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. I have no idea if the Zacian actually picks up the knockout onto me, but I might as well go for this because there's a chance that Zacian protects. The Dialga goes for the attack here, trying to get the free switch into Whimsicott afterward. I think that would be a little bit tough here. So you know what? I'll get the KO on Dialga while I can here. Force the Whimsicott in. And oh, they swap out the Dialga into the Whimsicott. Okay. Wait, this actually might work out better for me. Oh, they Sacred Sword into Xurkitree. Man, if I Thunderbolted, I was in a better spot, but I'll take this as well. I get rid of the Whimsicott. I have +2 now. I think I sweep here, actually, right? Hold on. I got a Max Strike off on the Dialga, I believe, before the Dialga attacked, if I remember right, previously. I'm like pretty sure that's what happened here. Okay. So this should work out in my favor. How fast is my Xurkitree? I think I am fast with the Xurkitree here. I am not that fast, actually. Wait. All right, you know what? We're just gonna say we're just gonna find out, I guess. We're gonna find out together. We're gonna fake out it to go for the Dazzling Gleam right here. Fake out gonna come out in Zacian. I thought we did move fast, but maybe I'm wrong. No, I am faster. Okay, that Dialga is pretty slow, like really slow. We are able to learn the Dialga here, and now we just win the game by clicking Flail Bits here. Okay, yeah, like my memory served that we did outspeed the Dialga was correct here. The Xurkitree boosting up once again. Who are you taking, the Instant or the Xurkitree? Because I don't think you're living any move regardless here. We go for a Thunderbolt and a Flare Blitz into the Zacian right here. They're probably going to forfeit the game here. Yep, they are going to forfeit the game. Xurkitree doing so well against double steal. I was like, wait, this is so bad for me. The Dialga is going to really screw me up. But thankfully, even with the trade on Grip Stall immediately, parting shot slowing down at that Zacian. Again, the Xurkitree kind of able to start snowballing into the other Pokemon slot right there. Not having to risk like a Hailstorm. At worst, a Max Quake, which wasn't even that bad for me, because I was still doing some pretty good damage to all their Pokemon right there. And Zacian for a late game cleanup was really good against the Dialga, but Xurkitree just starts snowballing and really with those Beast Boosts able to get really huge damage off, which was fantastic. Tornadus, Kyogre, Landorus, Fairy, the Zacian, Rillaboom, and Galarian Moltres. All right, 4 Pokemon weak to ice. Kyurem could go really in here, and I do like Kyurem a lot. Problem is their Landorus is a little bit tricky for my Xurkitree to handle. I would really like to go with like a Grimmsnarl plus a Xurkitree mode, or the Grimmsnarl plus Kyurem. I think I would go with the Xurkitree mode because I think it's a good mid ground. A daily Kyogre can always threaten the Max Lightning regardless, and I don't want to lead Kyurem just yet. I like Zacian in this game, but I also don't like it because it's really hard to really switch in, I think. So I'm going to bring Kyurem in the back. And I want to say I bring Zacian because I am just so worried about like how to handle their own Zacian is going to be a problem. I think Zacian would be nice offensively against their team, but defensively I feel like I'd really struggle. And since I am playing defensively with screens, I don't really see it here. So I do think that I do have to bring the Incineroar right here. Let's see if Xurkitree can put in some work. I would love to see how Max Xurkitree could, you know, be able to really dish out some heavy damage here into my opponent. And yeah, the Max Lightning would do a lot of damage, especially in that electric terrain if we're able to secure a boost. We're gonna see the Kyogre plus the Tornadus, it looks like. Yep, okay, perfect. Kyogre plus Tornadus, really good lead here for me, as I do lead my Xurkitree plus my Grimmsnarl here. A Water Spout's gonna do a lot of damage, but I really like the idea of, oh man, they could switch out into Landorus too, I suppose. A Landorus isn't a bad play here for them. I do really want to get a light screen off for sure. And it's just, do I want to, I guess I could go for the Overgrow here. Overgrow isn't that bad of a play. Isn't that bad of a play at all. You know what? I'm going to go for the Overgrow right here into the Kyogre. Or do I strike here actually? No, strike might be better, right? Because if I strike the Kyogre, then I could Scary Face it into a Lightning. And I would outspeed. You know what? Yeah, that's better. And I get the damage off if it stays in. And if Landorus comes in, doesn't matter really, because I get a huge amount of damage to the Landorus, so that should be okay. All right, I think this is the best call. We'll find out. If I could have just obliterated the Kyogre turn 1, I should have taken it, but this of course could be Torn switching out. That's not what I expected. Okay, Landorus comes in for that slot. All right. Huh. I guess they're expecting the electric move in the Landorus. That's, if it's wider, that's kind of difficult, but we'll find out. We're gonna see a, well, I could Scary Face at the following turn and I can Overgrow. I guess it's not too bad, especially since if I can like set up my Kyurem in a good spot, I'm still in a really nice position. We do Dynamax the Xurkitree. Let's find out what is going to happen here. We do get the light screen up, which is going to be really crucial right here. And I would love to keep the Grimmsnarl around for the Scary Face, which I think is going to be really important here. Oh, they Dynamax the Kyogre. It's not going to be the Landorus Dynamax. Okay, this actually works out really well for me. Then I can Overgrow safely, I think, upcoming. So we do see the Dynamax on the Kyogre. This should be Max Geyser Den in the Xurkitree, which should be okay. I wonder what kind of Kyogre this is. I guess we'll find out based on the Hyper Beam damage. But I would really like to threaten it the following turn. I wish Man, you want so many moves on Grimstall. I would really love if we had fake tears right now. But yeah, we do set up the light screen here for my Xurkitree. We are going to see... I am faster, actually. Wow, was not expecting that one. All right, next strike into their Kyogre. That should be... I actually can't tell. I mean, Kyogre does have massive special defense. I guess... No, that shouldn't be a Solvest. I think a Solvest would have taken it better. We're going to see the Geyser here into my Grimstall. Okay. That obliterated my Grimstall. That should be Mystic Water then. Okay. Or Life Orb. That also works. Okay, that's cool. All right. I go out into Kyurem here. And I think I just freeze dry to Landorus and I go for a Max Lightning or Hyper Beam once again. I kind of don't mind going for the Hyper Beam here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going for the Hyper Beam here. I'm going to freeze dry the Landorus and I'm going to go for a... Oh man, I kind of want to go for Max Lightning too, because if the Landorus switches out here, I get a really good pin here into the Landorus slot with freeze dry plus Max Lightning. You know what? I'm going to do it because if Zacian comes in, I get a huge hit into Zacian. I am a little bit scared of the Zacian. However, I think I should be able to manage with Incineroar especially. So let's see, because I get a huge amount of damage into their team right now with the combination of freeze dry plus a Max Lightning into whatever slot. Unless the Landorus has Protect, which I don't know. A lot of Landuses don't carry Protect, but maybe this is the one that will run it. But you also got to be scared of... Okay, they Max Guard. This is cool too. All right. That 100% works for me. Okay. So I got to freeze dry off into Landorus. Unless this is Assault Vest, I should be cool. Or not Assault Vest. Focus Sash. Yeah, we are able to knock out the Landorus. Cool. And we have Incineroar in the back. So this is still pretty good. Okay. This is still pretty good for me. Max Lightning into the Kyogre. All right, so now we have to deal with that Zacian. That Zacian is a massive threat that I'm gonna have to be scared of. Oh, Tornadus comes in. Okay, interesting to see the Torn come in here. I guess they're setting up for Zacian endgame. All right, that's cool by me. I go for the freeze dry and a Max Lightning into the Kyogre slot. I think. Do I Max Lightning is not gonna KO the Torn. Yeah, I think I do. Right? Yeah. Because Kyogre is still threatening a lot of damage. It's not going to be able to pick up a knockout into either one of my Pokemon with the light screen up, which is very fortunate, especially with that Assault Vest on Xurkitree. We have Incineroar to deal with the Zacian, so it's really going to come down to a few factors, but I'm pretty sure Xurkitree's in a really strong spot, as well as my Kyurem. I would really like to start dealing damage though, and that's going to be really crucial. They set up the Tailwind with the Kyogre, which makes sense. How fast is a Kyogre? Probably faster than my Kyurem, even at -1 speed, right? Oh, wow, it's not. Okay, freeze dry into the Kyogre. Good amount of damage, okay. And a Geyser. Yeah, I don't think Lightning would have KO'd just naturally. We do see the Geyser in the Xurkitree. With that Light Screen and the Assault Vest, we are going to be able to take it. Not well, but we do take it. And we do get the Max Lightning off into the Kyogre, which will power up my Xurkitree. And we'll find out. Last Pokemon. Last Pokemon. Should be Zacian. Should be Zacian. Show me the Zacian right here. And we get the Beast Boost, which is also really nice here. So now my Xurkitree really threatening a KO the following turn with Thunderbolt. Let's see if this is going to be the case. We do get the Beast Boost for Xurkitree. All right. I think the upcoming turn, I always Earth Power and I Thunderbolt the Zacian slot, or I Freeze Dry the Torn here. I wouldn't mind going for the Freeze Dry and the Torn here. It's not a bad play at all. But I think I think I do I have Light Screen, so I'm not really as scared about the Torn. I'm just worried about Hurricane endgame confusions, but I think I'll be okay here. You know what? I'm going to go for the Earth Power into Zacian. I am going to go for a Thunderbolt here into the Zacian slot as well. I think it is the right play, unless they Protect here, which they could. No, they do just go straight for a Sacred Sword into the Xurkitree, which is going to pick up the knockout. Okay, I was okay with that. I was okay with that. I didn't want to switch into Instant for either slot because I would probably still gone down. Hurricane's going to come out into the Kyurem, which Light Screen, we do take it. No confusion, really nice here. We do get the Earth Power off into the Zacian. Hey, that's big damage. Okay, special defense drop, not really necessary. Are we in range of another Hurricane? That's a little bit tough to say. We are going to go on Incineroar. Oh boy, this end game. Oh boy, I hope I didn't mess this up here. Should I went for the Freeze Dry and the Torn? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. I guess we'll go for Freeze Dry here. I mean, I want to Freeze Dry. I want to fake out Freeze Dry so badly to Torn. I really do. Actually, no. What I should do is probably Protect and Flare Blitz. Oh, it really depends. I don't know if Zacian protects here. If Zacian protects here, it's a little bit awkward. How many turns of light screen have left? I still have 4. Because if I fake out freeze dry the Torn as your Zacian protects, you just lose the game, right? So I don't think you do protect the Zacian. Maybe I'm wrong though. Okay, they didn't protect Zacian. Good. Okay. Did they double up Incindo? That's not great for me either. Sacred Sword into Kyurem. Is this a double up into Kyurem? Expecting a fake out into 1? Yes. Yes. Okay, got him. Okay, yeah, because they couldn't afford the risk there. Because if they protect Zacian, I fake out, double up the Torn, they lose the game 100% because I could just double target Zacian the following turn. So I thought, okay, there is one play that I do have, which is Flare Blitz there, the Zacian, and protect the Kyurem, because Kyurem can get a knockout into either of these Pokemon. So I might as well take it here, and it definitely did work out here. Perfect. Okay. I will go for the freeze dry here. I mean, the game's not over yet. They can knock out my Kyurem here if they do, and then they live 1 Flare Blitz. And then Hurricane can be a thing right here. So a battle's going to be forfeited. Thankfully, without the rain, they didn't have that 100% win con either. So, ooh, Kyurem, Xurkitree, putting in some work. The Max Lightning, the Hyper Beams, they were actually really good right there. Being able to actually dish out some quite a bit of damage right there. The Overgrow could have came into play actually. And man, if I went for Overgrow, it would have been actually a pretty decent spot. But the Life Orb did knock out, I guess, the the Life Orb guys. It did just knock out the Grimmsnarl straight up. So that did kind of hinder my plans quite a bit of getting Reflect and Light Screen up. However, was able to put on pressure with the Hyper Beam, was able to get Max Lightning, really dish out heavy damage. They were focusing down on my Xurkitree, which meant I was able to get heavy damage to Kyurem, and then in end game I got the recall right, Incineroar being able to Flare Blitz there. I'm pretty sure even if they double up at my Incineroar slot, I do live the Flare Blitz recoil plus the double up with the Light Screen up against the Torn, and the Zacian's only at neutral with Sacred Sword. But of course it could have came down to Hurricane Rose, because it did look really close into my Kyurem in the end game. Thankfully we were able to pull through. Shedinja, Landis-Varian, Incineroar, Grimmsnarl, Yveltal, and Palkia. All right, this team, you know what it hates? It hates Kyurem, because fun fact about Kyurem, Wonder Guard does not affect it because of the Turbo Blaze here. They have 2 Pokemon that are really weak to hail moves. They have 2 Pokemon 4 times weak to freeze dry. Oh boy, this looks fun. Okay, I don't want to set up immediately though, because if I set up immediately, it's not going to be great. So I will set up, let's see, I want to go with Zacian Grim, I think, here, instead for Kyurem in the late game. Because if I lead Kyurem, they know that Kyurem's a threat. They're going to have to lead something that counteracts Kyurem, and then I want to prepare the Kyurem in the back. So I do want to get rid of Grimmsnarl, because Grimmsnarl is probably the way they set it up here. Do I? Maybe it's Incineroar plus Grim, so I could deny screen right here? Maybe. I can see that being a play, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to have Kyurem in the back for sure. And I think Grim as the last Pokemon here. Lander's not really necessary. Xurkitree could go in, kinda. It helps. It like deals decent against the Yveltal and Palkia and good damage to the Incineroar. But I think Kyurem is just like a must, right? And to help set it up, I think the screens are going to be pretty crucial. I also like having a Pokemon that can actually switch into attacks like the Grimmsnarl, because it's not necessary to win the game. However, we'll find out. We're gonna see the Grimmsnarl Palkia lead. Okay, so they do lead with the Grimmsnarl, which is not too surprising here. I do lead with Incineroar plus Zacian right here. I'm gonna go for let's see, I could go for a fake out in the Grimmsnarl. I don't know if they have fake out though. That's my question. Do they have fake out? I feel like this would just be screens on this team. I don't see fake out really accomplishing anything for this Grimmsnarl team right here. They could also go hard into their Incineroar, which is another option. I think Parting Shot is probably my best play here. Parting Shot is probably my best play here, and getting Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I like that. Even if I lose Incineroar at the worst cases, I don't even think it's that bad of a play here. I'm just going to go for a Parting Shot into Palkia and then get in my Grimmsnarl here. Let's see if they go into their Incineroar. I could definitely see them going in their Incineroar, or are they going to go for something else? Like, are they just going to try to fire off Reflect here, which is pretty fair? We'll see here. I do think that they have to respect. I thought they would have tried to counter lead the Kyurem, but I guess maybe they are relying on the Palkia, I suppose. Once Dynamax is over, Freeze Dry is looking really good here, though. We already see a switch out from my opponent into the Shed. Interesting. Okay. Which I don't mind. I have Foul Play, and they're switching into an Incineroar, which is a very unique choice here. We do go for the Protect with our Zacian. Reflect is going to go up, which is A-okay by me. Okay. That's cool by me. I will go for the reflect, or I will go for the parting shot here. Reposition, I suppose. I get to keep the Incineroar later. I only let Incineroar because I thought, okay, faking out the Grim seems really solid here if I can, but against the Palkia lead, I didn't want to risk them having fake out, even though I don't think they should have it on this team. It's just a better safety measure here. We're going to go out in the Grimmsnarl right here, and I really don't need Palkia, as I mentioned before, with the freeze dry. So I am going to go for Behemoth Blade into the Grimmsnarl, and I think I'm just going to foul play the Shed here and break a Focus Sash. If they go for Ally Switch, it's not even that bad for me. I don't think I would get really hurt by it. We're going to see the Shed switch out. Incineroar? No, Landorus. Okay, so it's eating a foul play here, and it really does not appreciate that. So kind of curious. Maybe my opponent just wanted to try to live the double up here from my Zacian plus Grim, which I don't think it does with the Intimidate with Reflect Up. We do see a light screen get set up. Okay, perfect. This is A-okay by me. A-okay by me. We do get a Behemoth Blade off into the Grimmsnarl, which again, we're trying to set up for Kyurem. I might not even die next Kyurem. Freeze Dry is just such a good move here. I actually KO'd a Grimmsnarl, which is surprising. Is that crit? No, that's actually kind of surprising. With Intimidate and Reflect, you usually live that. All right, Foul Play does come out into the Landorus. Really solid damage right here. Landorus is now weakened, and Kyurem is looking like a monster that can't be stopped at this rate. Let's see if they're going to go on to Palkia right here. They are going to go into Palkia, which is A-okay by me. I'm going to go for a light screen here and probably just switch an Incin. Or I could go for Behemoth Blade. Actually, no, with Intimidate, I'm definitely not KOing the Landorus. I mean, yeah, I'd rather just go Incin. If I proc the... Because I really don't care about the Shedinja, right? I have like multiple ways to handle Shedinja. I'm just going to get my screens up. I'm going to go for a light screen and a Intimidate right here. I actually wonder what they're going to do here. Did we see pressure on the Palkia? I think we saw telepathy, which means they could go for Earthquake and Dynamax with Palkia, which would be A-okay by me. I want to scout for the White Herb on the Landorus right here because I might have to Scary Face if they go for an Airstream plan. We're going to see... It is the White Herb Landorus. Okay. Cool. We're going to see a Dynamax. Switch Pokemon because I'm trying to cover for both here. If the Landorus Dynamaxes and the Palkia attacks, that's okay by me. If they go for the other way around, I think it works out even better. They do Dynamax with Palkia. Okay, this is perfect because I do have Freeze Dry on deck to deal with the Palkia, and I also still have the Zacian, which will threaten a lot of damage as well. And now I don't really have to worry about the Landorus as much because Kyurem just outspeeds Landorus and they can go for Freeze Dry into it. Unless it's Scarf Landorus, but we'll find out. Light Screen is going to come out. We're going to see a... X guys are coming out from the Palkia. Okay, the Palkia is max speed because it did outspeed the Landorus, and most Landorus do run very fast in this format. A lot of damage into the Grimmsnarl. Jeez, even with light screen, that's actually crazy how much damage that did. Okay. Life Orb revealed. Earthquake is going to come out. All right. That's going to knock out my Grim, I think, at this range without the Intim. Yeah, unfortunate for me. All right. I'm losing resources fast, but it's okay for me here, I think, because now I can go out into... I think I go on to Kyurem now. Yeah, I probably go on to Kyurem now. Yeah, Kyurem comes out here. I go for... let's see. It's not Scarf on the Landorus. We confirmed that this turn. I think I just go for a Hailstorm into the Landorus because I always knock out the Shed or I knock out the Landorus in this position, and I go for a Parting Shot into the Palkia to slow it down and reduce its damage output. With the light screen, it's going to be helpful, but jeez, that did a lot of damage. If they target the Incineroar, it's A-okay by me, and if they target the Kyurem, I get a Parting Shot off into Palkia, get to reposition my other Pokemon, which is really nice here. So yeah, we are going to go for the Hailstorm here into the Landorus. Let's see. I don't really see much option for them. They can't switch into Shedinja because Shedinja, of course, would just eat this Hailstorm, and it would go down to the Hail. If well, it's either going down to the Hailstorm because Zacian has Gallows, and if it's Sash, it's just going down to the Hail regardless. So Dynamax Kyurem on deck right here. I think it should be max speed on the Palkia. We'll find out. And I think I KO through Protect. Oh, it's not max speed. Okay. I do get the Hailstorm off in the Landorus. I will pick up the knockout right here. So goodbye Landorus. Ooh, actually that does change the matchup for, I guess, the Kyurem. I guess that does change the matchup in the end, actually. Okay. Because that means Palkia can just spam X guys and always get the Weather. All right. So we're going to see a Whirlwind right here. This has to be into the Kyurem. Yep. Into the Kyurem. That actually still does a lot of damage, but it's okay here. Okay. I get a Parting Shot off into the Palkia. Slow down his damage output against my Zacian, I suppose. This end game could be a little bit tricky. Yeah, it could be a little bit tricky. I still think I'm in a really good spot though. No, I actually am still in a really good spot. I just go into Zacian, I double protect on the last turn, and then I Hailstorm because they can't change the weather afterward, and I always just target the... I think I just... No, it should work. Yeah, it should work. Okay. So, Zacian... Sword, they have to try to change the weather here, right? With Geyser, yeah, they have to change the weather with Geyser or it's gonna fail here. Okay, I'm pretty sure Hailstorm in the player alpha can also knock out the Palkia at this range, but Shedinja of course can go for the ally switch right here, which is a problematic thing here. So I am just gonna go for a... Well, if they Geyser, then Shedinja goes down to my... Then they have to worry about my Kyurem, I suppose. There's a lot of factors here actually. I think just double protect is safe. Double protect is safe. I could also go Incineroar here. Incineroar isn't that bad because not taking this damage to protect could be really nice here. But I don't think it really matters too much. Yeah, I don't think it should matter with the screens. All right, let's just double protect here. Because I'm trying to think of like, if I switch in Incineroar, I lose one Pokemon that can deal with Shed potentially. So I might as well just like go for this play here. We go for the max guard plus protect here. There should be Geyser into the... Yeah, it's ally switch here. I'm not too surprised. I don't... There should be Geyser or... Yeah, there should be Geyser, I think, into Zacian. I think this is still okay here. Yeah, they do go for it. All right. So I could have went for like a Quake here. I think a Quake would have been absolutely okay here, but I don't really mind this too much because they can't change the weather the following turn, which is still really solid for me right here. Okay. Life for Palkia. Palkia is taking damage. I KO it now with Play Rough. Hailstorm pretty much always gets it here. I am going to go for the Incineroar right here as a switch, and I am going to go for the Hailstorm into the... I think I target the Shed slot in case. I mean, here's the thing. They only went for Geyser because it has to be Sash on the Shed, right? Because if they are Goggles, I don't think you would make that play. I don't see how that play would have really helped you. You would probably just went for my Kyurem and then go for like start quaking up against the rest of my Pokemon. So yeah, I think it has to be that Focus Sash variant. So I might as well just go for the Hailstorm here. I'm going to target down the... what did I do here? I switched an Incin, yeah. And I Hailstorm a slot. I'm going to Hailstorm the Palkia slot because I might as well get the damage to the Palkia right here. So we are going to switch out the Zacian into the Incineroar. Let's see if there's an ally switch once again. Indoor doesn't really change anything here. Again, if this is not Safety Goggle Shed, I'd be shocked. And if they really mind gamed me this entire time with trying to go for like, oh, that baiting the Hailstorm right here in an unoptimal position could be awful for me. But that does a lot to the Palkia. The light screen wear off. I'm pretty sure they still have light screen. That did a lot of damage right there. Okay. Hail, Earth Power going to come out into Incin. Okay. So Incineroar does go down. Poltergeist is going to come out into my Kyurem, and this should be able to... Okay, Palkia goes down to its own Life Orb. Oh, I think I should have actually swapped into... I think I should have just kept Zacian on the field. I didn't realize Hailstorm was doing that much damage. But Kyurem does survive. Yeah, Hail does affect the Shedinja. It was the Focus Sash set. Shedinja just goes down to Hail, and we do win the game right there. Kyurem doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, I did not get a freeze dry out because I did not expect the Palkia to actually be slower than my... Like, the Landorus was... Either the Palkia is just like 1 point faster than the Landorus, but it's just not max speed. That's 100% confirmed. But okay. Luckily able to set Kyurem in a good position. It was really rough for them, and Hailstorm was a big massive threat for the end game. Yeah, I was able to set up a screen there. That Palkia still does a lot of damage though. With that Life Orb Max Dragon still does a good amount, but thankfully a Kyurem always threatened with the Shed as well, was able to get the Hailstorm right on the good turn, and yeah, was able to pretty much properly punish, I think, because getting up the Hail just meant that Shed I no longer had to worry about, so all I had to do was focus down at the Palkia. And if they went for like a Max Dragon there, I could pretty much confirm that the Shed is going to be a Safety Goggle set, so it's a free Shrine Mind game, I think, afterward. And that is the show. Xurkitree able to do a lot of work. Energy Ball was kind of cool. We didn't really get to use it against like a Gastrodon, which is nice for that, as well as hitting like ground types like Groudon and Landis-Varian, but still really cool nonetheless. Xurkitree was able to do a lot of work, get some sweeping potential in, And Kyurem, still really strong. Freeze Dry, of course, really underrated move, especially on Kyurem. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And you want to check out the details of the team and the creator once again down below in the description, as well as grab the random code while it's available on your screen. Check out the rest of my Stage Roll content, where there's a lot of cool teams and a lot of fun Pokemon. But that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.